Oh, welcome to Aaron's review. I am challenging myself to watch every single Oscar movie that will be nominated this year. Now, I know the Oscars haven't been nominated yet, they haven't come out. What is really the Academy Awards and Oscars but just a favoritism kind of thing? But I was really in the mood to watch more thought provoking films. I was just really intrigued to see what the movie industry is really liking. So I'm going to watch every single major film that's up for Oscars. That's documentaries, that's animated, foreign language. And the first film I'm going to review is Emilia, Pérez. Can be found on Netflix. So I just streamed it on Netflix. So if you have a Netflix account, you're all good. Here's how it's going to be broken down. I'm going to do a 1 minute summary. So I just have a minute off the top of my head. I haven't prepared anything to tell you what the film's about. And then I'll have a 1 minute review. And then I'll give you my erroneous thoughts, Aaron, erroneous thoughts about the film. It's going to be, is it for me? Not for me. I don't like to be negative about films. I don't want to tell you if it's good or bad. I can only give you my perspective. And so I'm going to say if the film is for me or not for me. And then to end it off, what I would nominate it for before the nominations happen, or even if they happen by the time you watch this, what I would nominate this film for. I have 1 minute to tell you the summary of this film. I don't like to reveal too much because I didn't know very much about it, but I want to give you a generality. And I only have a minute. No preparing. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. So Emilia Pérez is about this lawyer, Rita. I might mess up all the names because I don't remember all of them, but played by Zoe Saldana, and she basically is requested by this drug lord of Mexico. It's all set in Mexico and it's all in Spanish. And she's requested to meet with this drug lord, and very scary, very big how you do it. It's all musical, so it's all singing. If that's not your thing, singing, quote unquote, rapping sometimes. Anyway, so she has to meet with this male drug lord, and he wants to become a woman. And so he's hired her to help him find all the best people to become a new woman, to become a whole new person. Well, not a whole new person, it's them, but like to change everything. And yeah. And so that's the generality. And then so how that all happens. All sung, all dancing, Emilia Pérez. But now I'm going to give you my 1 minute review. So I only have a minute to tell you what I think about the film. So it's trying to help me become succinct, so I can give you a really great, to the point, not about great, to the point. We're going in 3, 2, 1. So Emilia Pérez, the music, I like musicals. I wasn't offended by that. I'm fine with foreign language. I love Spanish, the language. I'd love to see the representation of Mexico. You may not know by looking at me, but I am Mexican. And so I loved all of that. And I also love to see the representation of trans individuals. And for me, though, this film kind of got lost in the sauce. I don't think it knew right away what I want to do. I know that it's trying to be breaking rules and doing weird and different things with film and musicals and almost like an opera. I get all that. It just felt like it went on a little too long, and we kind of got aimless and didn't know where we were going to go with Emilia. And yeah, the acting was great. The film itself, the writing, the message, the story, I don't even know what the message really is at the end of it. I don't know how I should feel at the end of it. I just felt like, what did I just watch? Almost 3 hours. So now it's time for erroneous thoughts. These are just thoughts that I have overall about the film, about films in general, about the Oscars. It's just going to be an erroneous thought wherever kind of my thoughts goes. It's my name with the erroneous. Anyways, I'm dork. So I just don't get the hype for this film. It has like so many Golden Globes, and it's expected to be nominated for so many Oscars. And I get it because when the whole how many nominations comes out, it's like, well, this film is big, so it's gonna be nominated for like production design. It's gonna probably be nominated for cinematography, and it's got a lot of music, so best song. All of that will be, so that just accumulates, right? So I can guess why it's gonna be nominated for so many. But for me, it just didn't hit. I wanted it to hit. I was really excited that a foreign language film was being represented in this way, and that it was a musical, and that it was about a trans individual. Yes, I was all about this, and I really had no expectation. I didn't know much about it besides those things. It's a musical set in Mexico, foreign language, Spanish, trans. But besides that, I didn't know much, and I was just kind of let down. It was weird, and I love movies that break rules, but it just didn't break them the way I like them, I guess. And on top of this, like, I myself am not a trans individual. I have many trans friends and have each trans, like anyone's life, is personal to trans story, trans life is personal to them, how they view it. And this felt, we never really got to see, I mean, there's a little bit of it in the music of like finding out how it feels to be in the wrong body, but it felt like it was really just primarily about a sex change. And I know not everyone is looking to do that as a trans individual, and that's fine if this is Emilia's journey, right? It just felt like the representation of it could be a little damaging, and I appreciate that she was a flawed individual because everyone's flawed, but it felt like it was a really easy way to kind of make her a villain in some ways, and it's not all about just body parts. So, and that was there's a whole song like focused on the reproductive, or not reproductive, but like the fixing, changing, changing all the body parts. Like that was like a big, huge number. So I don't know if the representation was really, I don't know if it excelled at what it was trying to do. That being said, Carla Sofia Gascon, so good. She anchored the film. She made me feel for her. She plays Emilia Pérez, and wow, she really like made me fall in love with Emilia. So I wanted great things for Emilia. I wanted to be on her side. So she was the thing that for me that saved the film for me. I think on top of it, like the music itself wasn't really memorable. I think there's like one song, and it was a Selena Gomez song. And again, because she's like more of a pop star, so maybe that's why it hit. It was her in the club and in the bus and all that. It was a really pretty song and fun. And let's talk about the Selena Gomez of it all, because I know that anyone's gonna be upset. Everyone's gonna find a reason to be upset about something, right? Anyone's gonna find a reason. Mexican actors, Mexican individuals are kind of offended. She was hired to do this. Her accent is really off-putting during it. She obviously isn't like, that's not her first language. I also understand that I guess the character is supposed to be an American in Mexico, so like Spanish should be their second language, but that really wasn't like presented that way. I mean, it felt like she was supposed to be just she was Mexican and she was part of the culture. For me, it was off putting. It was like, it took me out of the story because I love Selena Gomez. I'm not like a hater. I like her a lot, and I like her in Only Murders in the Building. But for this, it just felt like she was out of her element. Yeah, that's Emilia Perez. I'm interested to see what y'all think about it. So now I'm gonna say, again, I don't like give like 5-star reviews or anything like that, or try to tell you that it's bad or good, because that's the beauty of film. It's the beauty of art. It's subjective, so it's great for, to me, might be not great for you. I mean, maybe we share the same opinions, but it's going to be, is it for me or not for me? And Emilia Perez, it's not for me. It just wasn't for me. It's probably for someone else. Obviously, other people like it. So, but it's just for me, not for me. But let me know how it's for you. Maybe you can convince me. I love to hear other people's opinions. So tell me in the comments. How is it for you? It's not for me. And lastly, what I would nominate it for. If it's going to be paraded, and if it's going to be given a lot of accolades, given a lot, I think it'll get a lot of nominations. Here's what I would nominate it for if I was, if I'm going to give it Oscar nominations. I definitely would give it Best Actress. Carla Sofia Gascon was great. Gascon? Carla Sofia Gascon was really great. I'd give her Best Actress nomination. I'd give Zoe Saldana a Best Supporting Actress. Listen, I could have a whole discussion about the supporting categories, like what makes a supporting actor, what makes a supporting actress, what makes it, all that. But they're putting her in supporting actress. I think she should be actress. She's in pretty much the whole film and kind of our narrator. But that's just me. But since that's where they're putting her, I'd give her a supporting actress. And maybe that best song, for the one song that I can't even remember, but the Selena Gomez song, yeah, I'd give her that maybe a best song nomination. Production design, yeah, great sets, great. Maybe a cinematography, which is like, if you don't know, just kind of like how it's shot, the angles, all of that, the beauty of it, how the film is shot. It's probably maybe up for a lot of Oscars. Maybe by the time you watch this, you'll know how many Oscars it's up for. Maybe by the time you watch this, it's already won. I don't know. But Emilia Perez.